Bonsai Dream.
Hello guys, good morning. We are starting the live video on the demo on this Itoigawa Juniper. So we are in Marostica today at the Garden Verde from my student Enrico Pavina. Marostica is a beautiful medieval town 1 hour from where I live, from Feltre. Here in Marostica at the nursery Garden Verde we have a bonsai museum, the Italian Bonsai Dream Museum, in collaboration with the Garden Verde, my bonsai school, and also the Marostica Bonsai Association. Today, during this demo, I will be helped by my student Enrico and Ferdinando. So, we are here today with this beautiful material, Itoigawa Juniper. This tree was imported from Japan about 8 or 10 years ago. And then it ended up in Spain, in north of Spain, to a collection. When I visited his collection 4 years ago, I saw the tree. And the guy was a little bit off with the tree because the tree was not growing properly. The weather in Asturias, in the north of Spain, is pretty wet. And Itoigawa Juniper likely most the dry, sunny weather that we have here in Italy. So I purchased the tree from him and move the same year here in the garden in Marostica. We have a good weather here. We have a good sun exposition. And as you can see, in the last 3 years, the tree grew very, very well. I had actually in mind to work this beautiful tree during last year national show, Italian national show, but unfortunately, the show was cancelled. So I decided I have to work on the tree. We have beautiful extension. I don't want to let the tree grow another season before styling. So I took the chance and I set this live to also make you participating to this work. So this original juniper is a Togoku Shimpaku, is the coastal juniper in Japan. They grow in size a lot, they grow in the coast of Japan, and when the people go and collect them, they collect these massive trees, and most of the time they separate the trees in 2 or 3 pieces by grafting foliage and grafting roots. Especially here on the base of the tree, you can see how the trunk, you can see how the trunk was cut originally, and actually the live line was separate and bent to stick into the pot. This is a part I will need to hide a little bit in the future, so probably we're gonna lift a little bit the left corner of the pot to kind of be able to put inside of the soil in the future this section and have a nicer flow as a base. So this tree was grafted Itoigawa many years ago, and the original foliage was removed. So the tree was already full Itoigawa when it came to Europe. Is a very good selection of Itoigawa. Itoigawa junipers has many different selection according to the quality of the foliage. They try to get the tighter, nicer, strong foliage as possible, and also they wanna graft juniper that is always willing to create lines. It's very important when we graft a variety with another variety that we pick a cultivar that can create in small amount of time beautiful lines, especially when we approach graft, like for this tree, and we have to rebuild completely the structure of the tree. Approach graft or sign graft are two different techniques. So normally on Yamadori that are never worked before, so raw material, we usually approach graft. So we take a little plant of Itoigawa with its roots, and then we approach graft on the live line of the mother plant. When the match is done, we can start removing the roots of the little graft and also start removing the foliage of the original plant. When we remove the foliage of the original plant, we remove the inner foliage and we always leave the tips to grow and call energy. And when the match is perfect and the little plant is only growing by eating from the vein of the mother plant, we can finish removing the roots and removing the original foliage of the tree. So this was a process done probably on this tree 15 years ago. The other thing is the sign graft. We use the sign graft by cutting small branches with a lot of strength from the cultivar, the Itoigawa we want to graft, and then normally we do on trees that have already structure, so we can sign graft many little branches in the already structure of the original tree, and we can do what is called the change of dress, and so we change completely the foliage. I did actually on my big procumbens juniper that I was working last year at the trophy, and sign graft with about 100-120 sign. We was able to change completely the foliage. From procumbens we shift to Itoigawa. So the work already started. The guys are cleaning the branches. It's very important to do a very good cleaning before wiring. We have a lot of branches that are weak inside, branches are growing under the main line of the branch we don't need, so we need to clean those branches to prepare the branch. I want to show you on this first branch how I like to do the cleaning to prepare the branch to be wired. I always clean my tools. It's always important before working a material to clean the tools with alcohol. We don't want to move any disease from one tree to another. This is a very good tip. And then we have to start with the inner foliage that is weak or is dry. You see, like this is almost dead because it didn't have enough strength to grow. And we start cleaning properly everything. If we have some branches that are too weak, we want to clean them. As I said, everything growing under the branch. Just eventually, if one thick branch is growing under and opening up, we can save it. And then the other thing is we want always to clean at least the 3-4 centimeter at the base of a strong shoot, like this one for example, because we want to have the first part free from foliage, and also will be easier when we have to wire the branches. outside the first branch, so I can start creating the pad. I need to find a good anchor. I have a little loop here on the wire. So you see, I'm pretty happy about the work. I want to thank my assistants, Enrico and also Ferdinando. They can come here. I want to thank all of you for watching this video, and I hope I will have more to come and you will like to participate. Come guys, thank you so much for the help. I hope you enjoy to work together another time. I think the tree came out beautiful, beautiful power tree, and now we probably spend another half an hour to clean more the lines, and you know, I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see the entire version of 3-hour work on a beautiful Itoigawa Juniper, you can send me an email, and I have some Facebook private group with this demo complete and many more other demo pay-per-view. So contact me and enjoy the demos. Thank you.